Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's been a little over a week. Lots happened during that time. Carburetor came off. We did that last time. Couldn't get it to idle. I'm thinking it's a fuel issue and thinking it's the carburetor. I discovered that there is no oil pressure sending unit on this rig. So ordered that one up, got it today. And then I went ahead and got myself ready to replace the oil filter, which is in a cartridge. So anyway, that's what's in tune right now, what we're going to be doing. First thing I'm going to do is get that oil sending unit put in. I drained the oil last time. Actually, probably after that video I drained it. I can't quite remember. But so the engine doesn't have any oil. It's been sitting, it's been draining. I've got some good stuff to put in it, but I need to prep it. And so that's what I'm doing today. I didn't want to start it without an oil pressure sender. I'm thinking this will work. I think it's the original. I got it from Rock Auto. They seem to have it. A little more expensive than some of the others that I've seen. The fitting, it matches what looks like is the original fitting, so that's good. And then I got to do the oil filter. So here we go. Well, that's the new brass oil pressure sending unit, and I was able to cannibalize a switch. Actually, I think it was a wiper switch with a fitting on the end of that. I didn't have it, and the fitting that is what I believe going to fit, no pun intended, oh maybe, is this type here. And so I was able to find the end here, right there. And so I'm going to tighten that up. First I'm going to tighten down this and then hook up the power to that, the sending unit. And under the truck I go. And of course the tripod is perfectly in the way, so but luckily I'm just a tiny little critter and I can fit under here. All right. Probably it was easier just doing it from up there now that I'm looking at it. But see if I can squeeze my way over there, minus the hat. There we go. Now I don't want to over tighten this too much, so I'm gonna go by hand for a little bit. And let's be a ½ inch. Please be a ½ inch. Oh, thank goodness. So I'm gonna tighten this down over the until I think it's tight enough. I don't want to over tighten anything on this thing, but I really need to know what the oil pressure is going to be. Come on, Mark. There we go. It's getting there. It should be pretty simple. Basically, the engine block is the ground for the sender. I think that's going to be just tight enough, not too tight. Now I'm going to go ahead and if I can find my watchet. Oh, jeez. Man, this is tight. I'm going to do this by hand. Let's see. That should just clip on there. So let me tighten this sucker down. I don't know why they took this off. In the old parts that I found on this, I did see that I did find the old one, I think. And so I'm guessing, let's see, am I going to get the ratchet on here? Nope. Let's get rid of the extension. And not lose that, preferably. Kids are having fun. All right, it's a little more manageable. Now, I can't get my hand over there, so tighten this down a little bit. Been busy today. Late in the afternoon. It's getting hot here. It's really uncomfortable. Can't back that terminal with my other hand, which is kind of a pain. Let's see if I can move around. Oh God, this is tight. I wouldn't be doing this if it was on jacks, that's for sure. Wow, just can't get it. There we go. All right, now we're tightening. I'm not going to go too tight, just tight enough. But I want that terminal to face the right direction. Here we go. All right. All right, it's good. Now let's put that terminal on. I did clean it up with a wire brush, so that should just snap right on. It's hard to see. All right, done. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Where there wasn't, there is, and it was nice to be able to cannibalize this terminal off that washer gauge. I got a bunch of parts for this truck. If you've been watching the series of these videos, you know that. So that was good. Okay. Nice brass, too. I like brass. All right, let me get my way out of here. Oh, jeez. And the next project is getting the oil filter in. That should be fun. Oh my God, Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. The one with the beard is big. I don't know. Okay. Woo! That was a struggle. For the next trick, I'm going to perform a oil filter installation. It's the old Wix oil filter, and this is a Cartridge oil filter. And it can be a little more complex, I guess, but you really gotta take your time to do it properly. And so there's the old canister that, let's make sure you can see this. There's the old canister. It's loose right now. I pulled the other one out and got all the dirty stuff out of the way earlier. So that's got to come down. It's dry. And then I've got to put a new gasket in a channel. And then I've got to install the new oil filter, which is, like I said, a cartridge type. And that goes in there also. So I'm going to try to keep everything clean. The old gasket came out. I had to pull it out, but it did come out. And so here goes nothing. Try to keep some light on it here somehow. Where can I put the flashlight? Will that do it? Am I going to get lucky? That would be nice if it did. Maybe not there. Let's try this for lighting. It's a big production here, very big production. Of course, the springs are angled, so they're not really helping, but if I can get this sucker, okay, that's enough light. Okay, so that's the old gasket as I showed you. Hands are clean. So in this canister is a spring, and that has to pop out also. Okay, that's the bolt. Here's the canister out of the way. Said spring. That's already been cleaned out pretty nicely. And so I've got to tuck this gasket up in there. And I should probably actually use a little oil to moisten it up a little bit. And I gotta find some oil. I know where I'll find it. I know exactly where I'll find it. Okay, so I went ahead and got that old filter that I took out of here and used some of that old oil and covered the new gasket with said old oil. And back under here we go. Maybe nothing's changed, but my head won't fit. Okay, that's good. So how's our lighting doing? Oh. It's a high-end production here. Very, very high-end production. Well, okay. You can see basically what I need to do. There's a little channel right around the end. I'm going to tuck this new gasket in there, but I can't do it with one hand. So we're going to limit. Oh, wait. Maybe I got something here. Oh my goodness, look at this. Let's see how long that lasts. All right, so we're tucking that in, and it fits. How about that? It'd be nice if it fit a little tighter, just because I've got to do some finagling. Okay. Okay, it's in. How about that? Okay, and I got some oil on it. The old oil filters here, you can see it's International Harvester. That's the bottom end. That's the end that goes against the housing. So we're going to try to assemble all this right now. And I don't know about this light, but we'll give it a shot. I don't think that'll last, but let's give it a shot. Ugh. All right, so got the new filter right here. So this end goes against that. The spring fits under the new filter, like so. The bolt goes through there, goes through the top, and it's got something called a crush washer on the bolt. So instead of a gasket on the bottom of this cartridge, there's a crush washer. I didn't even know what that was. I had to do some research on that, and I found information on ye old crush washer. All right, so I'm threading the spring around the bolt, and I am now going to line up the bottom of the new filter with the bolt. Okay, so far this is going really well. Looks a little more complex actually than I'd prefer. All right, so new cartridge, bolt coming through, spring underneath the bolt that keeps the filter against that housing. And now I put it up and everything falls apart. Probably a dozen times or more. I get frustrated, kill the video, and then put it back on at a time in the future that I feel I've done a great job. Did that just fall in line? Nope, of course not. Of course, probably doesn't help that I'm doing this laying on my back. Okay, I think it's threaded. Boy, oh boy. Can y'all imagine that? Nope, it's not threaded. That was just a crazy joke. All right, let's see. Gasket's still there. That's always a plus. Wow, this is not as easy as it might appear it should be. Nope, felt like it was threaded. Okay. Now the frustration sets in. Let's make sure this is still ready to go. Imagine if this were on a lift, it'd be easier. Oh, wait a minute. I think. Nope. Huh. Well, the gasket's still there. That's good. And I'm still pretty patient. Really no other way to do this. Feels like it wants to thread, but it's not even close. I mean, it looks simple enough, but that spring complicates it. And I've had a very hard day already, so I'm not as strong as I was this morning. Well, there goes the lighting, but I'm not going to play around with that. If I get it threaded, then I'd be in good shape. Oh, nope, son of a gun. Thought we were there. Is that it? Nope. Phew. Wow. sits there. Oh boy. I guess not doing too bad considering this is my first time, but boy, it's a little frustrating. There's got to be a better way to do this. And I'm sure there is. May have to attempt this tomorrow when I'm stronger. I have a little time to recuperate from my yard work. Because it feels like it wants to thread, but it's not. Yeah, this is critical that we get this right. Okay, that's there. Oh, hey. Okay, I may have done it. Yeah, I think we're threaded. Boy, oh boy, that was a little bit of a struggle. Wow. Okay, let me check. Here we are. Look lined up. Gasket appears to be lined up. I'll keep going by hand here. Wow, that was quite the learning experience. What I'm trying to do is make sure that this seats properly on that gasket. And I think we've done that. Now I gotta go get another wrench, but let me double check, make sure we've not caused any damage. It looks like it's seated nicely. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna say that's success. But let me go get a winch. Wow. I can't find my winches. I'll put them somewhere. Ooh. Fairly wascally. So if you're watching this and you are a mechanic, I apologize. But I'm trying. I mean, that's a hard thing. Or the good thing, I guess, right? Trying. And I know it's a croissant wrench, but and I guess you just hope the filter's lined up. And we're recrushing the washer. I'm not going to go any tighter. I think that might be not wise to do. Check. Make sure it's seated nicely. Seems to be seated everywhere evenly. All right. Yeah. So we got that installed. That was quite the lesson in patience. Let's see, we do one more. Yep. We're not going to go any tighter. Woo! Wow. Yowza. Get my camo back. Well, it's good to be back topside. We've got what appears to be a oil pressure sender that's hooked up properly. We now have a oil filter, first time in 25 years, 24 years that it's had a new oil filter. The oil didn't look bad when it came out of here. Actually, it looked really good. And so we're about ready to get the carburetor on and then to twist the key and see where we are, see if it's going to run better. I hope it does, as compared to when I pulled this thing off. It wanted to run, it wanted to idle, but it just wouldn't get there. So I'm going to end this tonight. I need to rest. Like I said, I got a lot of work done around the house today, and it's hot, and I only started this late in the afternoon. It's about 5 right now, so I got to wash up, go get a salad, and I'll join you in the morning. We're going to go ahead and put the carb back on. We have a fuel source. We have clean fuel. I'm not drawn off the tank. That is another story. And we're going to give this a shot in the morning. So we'll see you then. Well, good morning. Different view. And I think we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try to crank it this morning. I've installed the rebuilt carburetor. Thank you, Jeff. I have put in an oil pressure sender that was yesterday, replaced the oil filter, and I've added 6 quarts of fresh oil. So far, no leaks. So we're going to try to give this a ring. I want to try to get it to idle today. If not, it sets me back a little bit. But all the parts are here. I made sure the coil was plugged into the distributor cap. So I think we're about ready. I'm a little nervous. But here goes nothing. And I've removed everything that will definitely fall and I'll never find it again. And the voltage meter, largely because I think it's going to run. I'm positive about that. So we're going to add a little fuel, and this is a little bit of 2-cycle. It's clean, brand new oil. I'm pulling off a 5-gallon boat tank, and so we're going to add a little bit of fuel. And these things are always a pain. And by the way, I cleaned the oh, way too much. Well, we're going to dry that up because last thing I want to do is have a fire. But that's why I hate these fuel tanks. I mean, they're safe, I guess, you know. but they definitely lead to issues. Definitely do not need a fire. That would talk about setting things back. But at least it was clean fuel, and it smells like clean fuel as opposed to what came out of here. And I'm replacing a gasket on the bottom of this carb, and that may be a problem. I don't know yet. I replaced the gasket on the bottom of this carb with one that looks exactly like it. However, I noticed on the bottom of the carb on the seat that it clamps to on the manifold, that there is a tiny, this is on the carb, very tiny little hole, and looks like it goes into the carburetor. I don't know the reason, but I did not put a different gasket, new gasket that came with the kit. I didn't put that one in. I should have. I don't know yet. If we have a problem, I'll have to take all this apart and try again. But all right, we're all dried up. So first time it'll start and idle in 24 years, maybe 25 years. So here we go. Yeah, I'm nervous. Well, it wants to. God, it wants to. Ooh, that was not good. All right, we're going to add a little more fuel. I think it's getting fuel. I just don't know if the fuel pump is pumping enough. But I know it's getting fuel, right? Because I didn't have to add any more. But let's fill that bowl and try to get this thing cranked a little. Put this down. All right. Not too much, but enough. Oh, come on, baby. Please crank. Worked too hard for this. Then we got to go back to the fuel issue, if that's the case. It's connected. It's pulling fuel. Getting fire. Let's try it again. Okay, well, we're back to where we started, which, dang it. Oh, let's try and give it a little more fuel. We got fresh oil in there. I'm not worried about that. And it looks like it started to build pressure. But let me make sure our fuel container is good. I'm gonna not leaking. That's good. Now open the vent a little more. Okay. Open the vent. You may have to go back to the fuel pump as an issue, which would really suck. But that may be the issue. I don't know. All right, a little more gas. Ugh. It's starting to warm up a little bit. That's good. I don't see any oil leaks or gas leaks. That's good. Okay. Unfortunately, we may still have this fuel pump issue, which it was pumping the other day. Give it a shot. Clear. All right, it's got to be a fuel pump issue. Well, it's a way to check that. Take the coil off. Come on, coil. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Charge the battery, so that was helpful. Oh, no, I'm gonna back that. Not used to that thing is. Let's get in there. Oh, threw a surprise at me there. Okay, that's fine. I'll take care of you, bucko. Let's see what we got. This does a trick. If not, well, 11/16. Come on. 11/16. Is that what you are, you little booger? Oh, no. Bigger than 11/16. Big little guy, 3/4 inch. How about that? Hopefully this is it. Gotta be it. Yeah. Okay. That's loose. Now we're going to see if this is pumping. And if it is, that's fine and dandy. But is it pumping enough? All kind of questions. Okay. Let's see. Clear. Make sure everything's done. Yep. Okay, it's pumping. It's pumping really nicely. So, okay, this may be getting into territory that I'm not familiar with, like timing. Because it's getting fuel. You saw that, right? You did see that. Yeah, I heard it suction. Let me tighten this down a little bit. Years of abuse on this thing have made it harder to tighten, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay. Okay. So you're getting fuel, you want to run, but you're not running. Fuel pump's pumping. What? It's got to be timing. And I don't know timing. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough to run in the big league, man. I don't know how to guess how to do timing. I mean, I could guess, but vacuum advance hooked up. I hear it. Maybe it's timing. I don't know, but it's getting gas. It's getting plenty of gas. I think a lot of gas was coming out off today. I was afraid for a fire. Wants to run. I heard it. Well, this video may end here, largely because I'm perplexed. Getting fire. Jeff's gonna be so disappointed. He rebuilt this, and this bonehead can't get this started. It did look like it was building oil pressure, and it did look like the temperature sender is beginning to react. It wanted to run there for a minute. Choke, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Shoot. I could try the timing if I know how to do it. Gotta look it up in the manual. I don't see the numbers, but I do have a timing light. Let's see. I wonder if it's that gasket. Could be the gasket. That would be easier than timing. I mean, assuming it drove in, why had 3 gaskets on there? I don't know. What was the reason they parked it? Maybe that was the issue. The gasket's easy to replace. It'd be real easy to replace, and it should match up. Otherwise, why'd you have that screw there? I'm gonna give it one more shot, and then gonna redo that gasket. Then I gotta look through the manuals. But it's getting gas. We know it's getting gas. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, babe. I'm not getting it to start, but I think I have a couple options. It's getting fuel.
Why do you not put gas in a gas tank?
Because gas tank's bad on this.
Oh.
And so this is a way to kind of bottle it like a little baby newborn. And it would start if there wasn't something else going on. And I think I know what it is. But
The weather is so nice.
it is.
The guy said we can come over at 6:30ish or after dinner.
Okay. Okay. We're recording right now. Say hi. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
All right, it was good seeing you.
I heard it started. I ran out.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I can get it started for a couple seconds, but I'm thinking there's something else going on. Let me pop on by you here. Maybe you'll come out here and give me luck. Oh my God, you did it! Holy smokes! It's building oil pressure. Woo! It was you! Holy crap! You did it! Oh my God! And I've got oil pressure. First time in 25 years. What? Yeah, it's burning off stuff. It's heating up. Now I got to get it to idle.
What's all the smoke for?
Engine oil, gas.
Just stuff that dripped or spilled out.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm happy to have helped
You did it.
and have assisted.
It's hot. Radiator.
Oh, that.
It's warming up, I think. I don't think it's...
So you just had your foot on the gas that whole time?
Yeah. But it needed to,
Run through.
yeah, and have oil pressure, which is fantastic.
Okay.
Wow. And I think I got a camera running in the back, and I may have got the first crank. Wow. Still may be an issue with that gasket, but I'm not quite sure. That.
Well, if you ask me, I think it is that gasket.
Yeah.
Yeah, just from judging from all the way over here,
Mm-hmm.
it's the gasket and the way it's connected.
Look at the luck.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really see it over there very well, but judging from this side of the truck.
So that's good. That means I can adjust a few things.
Just a few things is all you need. I don't think you need to adjust a lot.
Okay.
Just a few things.
I appreciate
And it'll idle.
It'll idle.
Just
Like-
a few things.
What would Billy say?
White wedded.
Mm.
So, well, you got your dipstick there.
Yep.
You could
that's-
pull that out and
Yep.
put it back in.
I could. That's not this type of channel,
No,
though. No.
But
This channel's much better with you. It's stuff working.
yeah, and I offer advice as
Oh,
well and
yeah.
insight.
Yeah.
So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna let the truck kind of cool.
Yeah.
A little down. It's been a long time since it started up, and it's
Mhm.
I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'll come back out, and then we'll see where we are after we've done a little things here and there.
Okay. I don't know if you're ruining the channel or making it better, honestly, but I'm gonna go with making it better because there's been no excitement until you came out.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
yeah. Just know there's always a little excitement when I come out.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'll be back in a little bit. Check on the status.
Never see that one
You
again.
dropped something.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, babe. Okay, so here's what we got. Everything's connected. We have fuel coming from the fuel pump. It's clean fuel. New built carburetor, rebuilt carburetor. And I went ahead and pulled the gasket one more time under the carb to make sure that was the right gasket. It is. So it cranks, but it does not idle. And I went ahead and counted the rotations on this little guy. And they were about 5.5 in. I moved it to 6, thinking maybe it needed more something. Fuel, air, I don't know what that does. And then I went ahead and realized that this adjustment here is, I'm guessing, supposed to be seated at the bottom of this. And that's where you do the idle, I'm thinking. But you see it misses. So I think that might be a problem because it runs at a higher RPM. When I let off the accelerator, it does not run. It just slows down. The good news is oil pressure sender works, temperature sender works, and it looks like the thermostat opened up because the radiator is nice and warm. It was cool for a little bit. I let it run at a higher RPM, which I hated to do. But since I'm the only one working on this thing, I have to resort to a video. Okay, Well, get a lot done today. Got it started. You heard that, but it just still won't idle. It's getting fuel. It's got power. So I'm perplexed. I think maybe it's either timing or the carb needs an adjustment. I don't know when it was parked, how it pulled into the garage, but so I've packed it away. I've got questions. I got to do some more research. There's a lot of good news though. The temperature sender worked. Oil pressure sender worked. The dash says that the alternator charging. Fantastic news. And the longer I let it, well, not idle, but run, it lessened the charge. So I think it's charging really, really well. So we got a lot of good things happening, but it still won't idle. So if by chance you like what you saw and enjoy me frustrating myself, and you like Karen because it didn't run without her, so now I got to go deal with really big ego. But that said, all in all, a good day. Fuel pump works. So we'll keep working. If you like this, please like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. And I'll see you soon. Hopefully I have more answers. Bye. Well, I kept at it. I did. And guess what? The sucker's idling. I'm pretty happy. Didn't expect it. Didn't even turn on the video. Let me show you. There she is. Got oil pressure. High performance cam. No. Not even blowing smoke. I'm gonna let it warm up. Wow. It's idling. Holy crap. Got a little oil pressure, it's all you need. Temperature's coming up. It is not charging. It's just right in the middle, so it's not discharging. Oh, and by the way, I fixed the lights. Holy, today actually turned out to be great. Just sitting here and idling. I knew it. I wanted to ride it. Let's see what we got here. Twelve and a half. I mean, it's not discharging, it's maintaining. Just sitting here and running. That was a big day. I can't believe I didn't think to warm it up nice. Okay, thermostat opened up. That was hot. It's idling. Wow, what a big day.